soil company tobacco mix. That's the way to go.
Like any more?
I like to use the trays, put them in a stack, and kind of use them as a dibbler to mash down, leave a place for the seed, and that way you can sprinkle a little bit of your potting. Seeds start to mix over top, and it generally gives pretty good germination doing it that way. Everything we grow in moderately large quantities, I seed with this vacuum seeder that I'm about to show you, and everything that we do in smaller quantities will divide a tray up and hand seed. Holly's in there now seeding some tomatoes and peppers. And until we get to the point in the season where we got the greenhouse fired up, every seed that we starts right here at our house in the basement under grow lights, because propane's too expensive to have 50 or 75 trays like this and be heating an entire greenhouse for it. Here's my beautiful bride working diligently. Seeding a large variety of tomatoes. Wow, we're in a dungeon. Sorry about the poor light. I don't know how she sees what she's doing, because it actually is as dark in here as it looks.
I have 2015 vision.
Oh.
Thankfully.
These little tags that you can't see in here because it's so dark, we make with a Dymo printer. Works pretty good. The printer tape is not cheap. Hey baby.
What's Daddy doing?
He's making a video of what we're doing.
Preview of what we're going to plant, because it's going to be loud when I turn this vacuum cleaner on, and once I start I'm not going to stop until I get done. We're going to plant some kohlrabi, some broccoli, some cabbage, some cauliflower, some early Jersey Wakefield cabbage, which is a sharp-head cabbage, candy onions, and red rock onions. And it might seem strange that I'm planting onions in trays, but we're growing spring onions. That's what these are going to be for, spring onions. And so they'll really only ever get to about this big. It won't really have a bulb on them. It'll just be more like a shallot or a leek. Just be big onion. And we're going to plant them on plastic mulch, really tight together, because that way we ain't got to worry about weeds. They grow so much faster. There's just so many benefits to it. And being that we're planting these onions on plastic mulch, it's going to be a whole lot easier to plant them out of a plug tray versus trying to mess with if I were to just seed them in a pie pan, sprinkle them in a pie pan. That would be kind of aggravating. This would make it a little easier, and we've got a vacuum seeder, so it goes pretty fast. I just seeded 9 trays pretty fast. I'm not sure exactly when I started, but it don't take long, and I wasn't really trying to race. But it's about to get dark on me, and so I'm gonna probably not video me just sprinkling vermiculite, or actually not vermiculite, it'll be this tobacco mix I'm gonna be sprinkling over top of these trays. I probably won't film that, but I did want to take you inside down in the basement. It's a little junky, but I wanted to show y'all what we got going on already, and how we start them. All right, well, I wasn't sure how good this camera was gonna do with these grow lights, but it's actually not bad. My phone sure doesn't like taking pictures of them. But we've got some of our early stuff going, and like here's a tray of banana peppers that are looking really snazzy. So far everything is looking pretty good. Some of the stuff, these, I don't know how good it shows up, but these collards right here are a little bit stretched, and that's not due to these grow lights or anything. That is due to not being taken out of the germination chamber in a timely manner. This was supposed to have been red cabbage, and it did not germinate, so that's why the end of this tray is empty. You can see our tomatoes are purple. I've heard different theories on that. I think it's something to do with these lights. It doesn't hurt a thing. They always grow out of it once they're transplanted, but my tomatoes always turn purple down here in the basement, and I really don't know why. I've been told it was a phosphorus deficiency. We've tried putting a little bit of Epsom salt in our water that we water them with down here, and that may have turned them a little greener, which I know that's not phosphorus, but a little magnesium never hurts. Usually magnesium will green stuff up, so I thought maybe a little bit of Epsom salt to green it up. But anyway, so we got a few trays down here already, and this is an old upright freezer that we bought when we got married, and it stopped working very shortly after for some reason. And what I have got is a heat mat, just a cheap one off Amazon, a 1020 sized, and there's a little, ooh, the light is terrible, there is no light. See if I can get some more light here. There's some more light. All right, it's nasty, but it really don't matter. This is just a pan. You could use anything, any kind of pan that'll hold water. It sits on top of the heat pad, and then I've got as many racks as I can cram in here, and you can see there's water condensation dripping off the ceiling. I do have a thermometer in here. This thing will typically, without me doing any kind of monitoring to it whatsoever, with just this heat mat plugged up, it will stay about 85 degrees in here, and it's got to be 100% humidity because there'll be water running off of everything in here, and it makes just the perfect seed starting environment. The only thing it's missing is light. So light is not necessary for germinating plants, but it is for them to grow, and if you leave them in the germination chamber too long, you will end up with them stretched. All right, y'all, well, I'm going to get these trays covered up with a little bit of potting soil sprinkled over top and get them watered and get them down there in that freezer to germinate. I appreciate you guys watching. If you got any questions, drop them in the comments. I think I pretty much covered everything. This cedar is not something I bought, it's something I made. They do sell vacuum cedars like this, but they are out of my budget, so that's the reason I made one. And the ones that you buy, may work better. I don't know. This one plants a lot of doubles. Some things it singulates very well. Pelleted seed, it always singulates perfectly. It's probably something to do with the size of the holes. But I mentioned the Carolina's Choice potting soil, the tobacco mix. That's what I use. They're not sponsoring me, wish they were, but that is really good soil. I used to use some propagation mix, and I can't remember the name of it. I wouldn't run them down anyway, even if I did, but it was really expensive. It was like $20 a bag, and the bag was half the size. This, in my opinion, is a better soil, and it's the price of potting soil. It's like $9 for a whatever it is, 2.6 or 3.8 cubic foot bag. So very cost effective, works really good. And I think that's it. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you on the next one.